live? Okay, we're live. Welcome, my people. This is going to be the full appointment setting course. This is how you get your foot in the door in online sales. This is how you can progress to remote closing. This is how you can basically make money from anywhere in the world from your phone, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection and a good phone. This is very. It annoys me because I see a lot of these gurus posting these videos online about appointment setting and all that, and they're just highly edited dopamine videos that get you excited, that get you like, oh yeah, I can do this, bro, I want to do this, but they don't actually explain the science behind appointment setting, and that's what I'm here to do right now. This is going to be quite a long video. It's going to be very long, but listen, watch the whole thing, take notes. I'm going to be explaining how to get a client, how to actually fulfill the service delivery, how to actually be a good appointment setter, the ins and outs of appointment setting, everything basically. It's going to be mainly for DM setting. Phone setting is not really popular, but when I say appointment setting, I mean, like, I'll explain what it is. But yeah, listen up, stay tuned, take notes. This is going to be the whole shebang. So yeah, let's go. I'm not going to bullshit you with some high dopamine edits, like, you know, these flashy gurus, like, you know what they post. They just sell courses, bro. That's it. I obviously have something to offer as well, but you don't need to get it. I'm just here to educate you, provide free value. So let's get into it. Why start appointment setting? It's very easy. Like, it's not as hard as remote closing. It's kind of easy. As long as you can practice it, get good at it, it's easy, bro. You can do it from anywhere. Like, I've seen people do it during concerts, bro. They'll be on a concert and be like setting appointments while listening to it. Like, it's crazy easy, bro. It's easier to get a client than SMMA. I know this because I've tested it. I just tried it. It's commission based, no commitment from the client. This is easy because, you know, when you have an SMMA, sometimes you pop up with a $2,000 retainer, and they're kind of like, oh, can I trust him? He might scam me. But because this is commission based, very easy, bro. You can put your foot in the door for online sales. Like I said, this leads to high ticket closing. You can easily be promoted to a high ticket closer. Let's say you start working for a company, for a business, for an entrepreneur, like, which is quite popular. They can promote you to a remote closer when you get good, you know, train you up on all that. It's easy because you get used to the offer, you get used to working with them, and you can make so much more money like that. But this is the best place to start. That's why I'm going to teach you the ins and outs of it. And you can easily replace your income with only a couple calls booked. And here's why. Because appointment setting, put simply, let's say a famous business owner, let's say, I don't know, like, you know, these online coaches, online consultants that sell a business, like, you know, when they have in the bio, they have like a call to action, like a keyword, like DM me this to get started, DM me this to find out more. Basically, those kind of people, they run ads, they get a lead. You book the call as an appointment setter. You book the call for that person. If they then close, like the lead buys the program for, like, let's say $5,000, $4,000, you make 10% of that, which sometimes either 5% or 10%. It kind of differs from business to business. But because you make 10%, you make $500 every time you book a lead and they close. Sometimes you can get a commission for booking the call, and on top of that, if they close, which is like, that's the best offer you can get, but it's so rare. But usually 5 to 10% every time they close. That's like industry standard. So yeah, how do you actually get a client? Volume is key. This is you need to be outreaching at least 75 to 100 times a day, every single day. I got my first couple replies after not even 100 messages. I'm gonna be fully transparent. I'm gonna show you guys right now my CRM. So as you can see here, this is the spreadsheet that I used to get my client. Well, I didn't use it, but I tracked everything. That's what you're meant to do when you're getting a client. I literally tested this a couple weeks ago to see if I can still do it, like, just to show you how easy it is, right? It wasn't a couple weeks ago, it was 1 or 2 weeks ago, yeah. 24th of February. Right now it's the 7th of March. But yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I literally just outreached to, how low does it go? I outreached to 83 people, and I got 2 clients. Like, was it 2? 1. Yeah, it was 1, but I got another one after that. But yeah, it's so easy. All you do is just track. Like, let's say you go on Instagram, type in mindset coach, business coach, real estate coach, things like that. You reach out to them. I'm going to show you the message in a minute, the exact message you need to use and how to craft it properly. You outreach to them, you add the date that you put it in, you add the follow-up, because the money's in the follow-up, you will know that. You can edit their status. It's so easy, bro, the platform that you done it on. And then some notes like, they can ghost you and open your message. They have a setter, but they're looking for a second one in the next few weeks. They're not looking right now, but they'll keep you in mind. Left me on scene after hearing about my experience. But yeah, like track, bro. Like get different message templates, as you can see here. Message template used, and split test every message. So let's say message 1 gets more replies, message 2 gets no replies. Okay, cool. That means you know message 1 works more because you get more replies. You get better results with message 1, so you use that more. Message 3 unread. It wasn't the best message, but yeah, try out different messages. Don't just stick to one message. Different ways of outreaching. Split test it, A/B test it, and you're good to go. You'll get so many replies, bro. Let's get back into it though. I've noticed that a lot of times when people outreach, they're scared to outreach to big names, right? People like Tai Lopez, they actually reply. So don't be scared to target people with big followings. If you personalize your outreach messages and you seem genuine and you seem like you're a decent person, you have a good account, your account layout is good. That's another thing, by the way. Your account has to be either clean or professional. Like, you've got to be verified. If you can buy a verified badge, you've got to be you have to look like a decent person. Don't have pictures of you like smoking and drinking and shit like that, bro, because you're representing the company basically in a way. So yeah, don't be scared to target big followers, because I reached out to Tai Lopez. Obviously I couldn't get a role with him, but I did get quite far in the interview stage, which means that anyone can, like, if you have the balls, like, go for it, bro. Like, don't be scared. Like, I see a lot of these people, they target people with like 20k 30k followers to try and work for them. Bro, target people with 1 million, bro, 2 million. I know so many people that just started out with no experience, and they got a client that has like 1 million followers, and they get so much leads coming in every single day, and you're gonna book so much appointments, bro. So don't be scared to reach out to people like that. Let's get into the type of messages that you need to be doing. Message 1, be funny and lighthearted. You can say something like this one I used that got a lot of replies. Don't mind me barging into your DMs, X, so I'll just put their name there. I know how hectic they can get with all these setters like myself, LOL. This is good because you say you're an appointment setter without saying, hey, I'm an appointment setter, can I have a role? You know what I mean? You say it, you mention it, they know you're a setter, but you don't like force your way in, basically. You just kind of walk in all nice and dandy, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know they can get, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's much better, like, than just saying, hey, give me a role, I'm an appointment setter, I can manage your leads. Like, bro, that's not gonna work, bro. I'm very passionate about X. This way you can put their niche. I'm very passionate about real estate, etc. And your page resonated with me. I would love to book appointments for you and your team on a commission basis. Are you currently taking on new setters? Now let me analyze this, alright? I'm very passionate about X. This means, and your page resonated with me, this means that they know that you would perform good. Like you would perform quite well in their industry, because you understand the industry, you understand what you're talking about. If you're a gym bro, would you work for a real estate coach? No, you wouldn't. You would work for a fitness coach and set appointments for a fitness coach. Like, whatever you understand, do that. Like, right? Or you can, if you don't know about real estate, you can obviously learn and then get into it. But I'm just saying, use your strengths to your advantage. Don't, if you like cooking, like, why would you not reach out to chefs, like chefs that have an online business, rather than reaching out to business coaches? Like, it doesn't make sense. Whatever you're good at, do it. Tell them that you have experience in the industry. Tell them that you have experience with appointment setting, and you're good to go. I would love to book appointments for you and your team on a commission basis. All right, let's highlight this one, commission basis, because a lot of people, when they hear, oh, appointment setting, this and that, he's offering a service, like, they think of these appointment setting agencies that charge retainers. You don't want to come across with that. You are a freelancer, all right? You're just by yourself. You offer the service by yourself, and that's why you have to mention that you work on a commission basis. Next important thing. Are you currently taking on new setters? All right? Are you currently taking on new setters? Always end your message with a question, because this directs the conversation to where you want it to go. If you say, I would love to book appointments for you and your team on a commission basis, and you end it there, that's very open-ended. They can say anything. They can be like, no, I'm not interested, or they'll just say some other bullshit that you don't want to hear. So when you say, are you currently taking on new setters, they could say, yes, we are, or no, we're not. And then you can handle that objection, work with the objection, and then get them to open their mind. If you just leave it without a question, it won't go the way you want it to go. So always end on a relevant question. Alright. Message 2. Name X. Before I hit you with the generic proposal that I'm guessing usually floods your DMs from appointment setters like myself, LOL, just wanted to acknowledge that it's great to see a fellow entrepreneur killing it in the online business space. How big is your setter team right now? This is kind of similar to the first one, funny and lighthearted, because you mentioned your appointment setter without saying your appointment setter. Also, don't be scared to use LOL. Like, don't have bad grammar, don't have like terrible spelling, but you can use, not slang, but like, you can use like internet phrases like LOL, or don't say LMAO, that's like too much. But like the generic ones like LOL, perfectly fine to use. Just wanted to acknowledge that it's great to see a fellow entrepreneur, or you could say real estate coach, or mindset coach, or fitness coach. Just say whatever they are here, killing it in the real estate industry. Like, just relate it to them, personalize it, right? Use your brain here. I'm not gonna give you a template for every single, you know what I mean? Use your brain, personalize it. Make sure that it doesn't look copy and pasted. All right, so many DMs that I see, bro, they look copy and pasted. Like, all they do is copy and paste. They add your name and that's it. Like, you know, it looks personalized because it has your name in it, but it's not personalized because they just copy and pasted, put your name in it. Like, it's low effort, man. You have to put an effort in every single message. I got replies after 80 messages, and people say like, oh, it'll take like 500 to 1,000 messages, bro. But that's if you just spam shit, bro. If you actually dedicate your time to crafting a good message, making it good, you're good to go. You're gonna get a client in like under 100 outreaches, bro. I'm telling you. Again, this is very, very, I can't stress enough how important this is, bro. How big is your setter team right now? Sorry for shaking the table. I'm a bit passionate about this, bro. How big is your setter team right now? Always end on a question. How big is your setter team? They could say, oh, I don't have any setters. And then you come in like, boom, I can set for you. Cool. You know what I mean? If they say 2 or 3 people, you can be like, oh, you can use another one, right? I mean, I'm very good. I have past experience, or I've been practicing for a long time. I've been trained up. I've been mentored. I have experience from a guy called Stillion. Yeah, you can mention me as well. Like, don't be scared to mention me. No, I'm joking. I don't have any credibility, bro. But I know my shit when it comes to appointment setting. So always end on a question. They can answer. You can have the objection. If you just say, just wanted to acknowledge that it's great to see a fellow entrepreneur killing it in the online biz space, and you end it there. Like, they could say, oh, thank you, and they'll probably ghost you after that, and they'll never reply again. Always end on a question, because you have to direct the conversation. This is a skill that appointment setters have. They can direct conversations and dig out the messages that you want people to say to you, which is very effective. It's a good skill to have in sales. Let's go on to the bad message, all right? Hey X, I'm an appointment setter. I can take care of your leads. One more call. I can do outbound, also convert leads to book calls with a very high conversion rate. I have 3 years of experience, and I've booked over 400 calls for other coaches like myself. If you want to do a 1-week trial period where I show my skills completely risk-free for you, I'm ready to put in the work, and I'll make sure you don't waste a single lead. I'm yapping so much. Stop yapping, bro. This is like the worst. This is worse than copy and pasting a one-line message. Do you know why? Because no one reads long messages. If you literally, like, I'm going to show you right now, yeah? Hold on. Let's say you want to outreach to Grant Cardone, alright? Very big guy, everyone knows him in the sales world. Alright, message. Let's say you send him this. Look how it looks. Just look how it looks like. Bro, that is so long, bro. He's not going to read that. Just look how it looks like. Then if you get something like this, it's so much shorter. It's so much easier to read. It's easier on the eyes. You know what I mean? Don't send something that long. You're gonna get very bad results. When you get a request in your message request, do you read it? Like, be honest, do you read it? No, you don't. You see a big paragraph, delete. Because, bro, you have to catch their attention. You have to say something. Like, you have to be what's the word? Conservative with your words. You have to be saying just the right amount. The less words that you say, the more power your words hold. Less is more when it comes to outreaching. So keep that in mind. Don't send long messages like that, bro. Just don't do it. Now let's get into the science of setting. This is where it gets spicy. When you get a client, how do you actually deliver on the work that you have to deliver? This is the most important part of appointment setting. Extracting stuff. The prospect, so let's say they get a lead, they click on the ad. Oh, I want to work with this person. He might have a really good program for me. I could really use that service. And your client says, DM sales to get started, all right? Or DM free, transform, help, things like that. They DM that keyword. All right, cool. They're now in your DMs. As an appointment setter, you work from the coach's DMs. You work in there. You're in their account. You would see that. And then your job is to extract their pain. So what they're currently working as and how they're finding it. Their budget, how much they're willing to invest in themselves and their business, or how much they're paying for rent, their living expenses, monthly income, monthly expenses, etc. Their motive, so why do they want to invest in the program? Why do they want to do it? Why do they want to get help? What is their problem? Which is the next one. Why they're not happy in their current situation. And number 5, why do you think they'd benefit from your product or your service? These are the things you have to extract. And then you have to make sure that the prospect has 5 points of clarity. Do they trust the business model? Do they trust the offer? Do they trust themselves to fulfill their goals? Do they trust the client, so the person they're buying the program from? And do they trust you as the appointment setter? Usually you would act as if you're the business owner that you're talking to them. But sometimes you would say, hi, I'm X's appointment setter, and then obviously, to establish that. But it's different every time, so you're going to have to ask your client for that. Now, the handoff zone, this is very important, because the handoff zone is where you tell the closer, like the person that's going to close them, if they're a good fit, if they're qualified. So if they're not a good fit, the handoff zone is like, dump the lead. But if they're a good lead, you would give them to the closer, and the closer would close them much easier because they're more qualified. This is like what you need to find out. Are they interested in the industry? Like, are they interested? Let's say they're applying to a dropshipping mentorship or dropshipping program. Are they actually interested in dropshipping? If they're not, chances are they're not going to buy it. Have they thought about starting or scaling their own business doing dropshipping? If not, chances are they're not really as desperate for help. Number 3, could they benefit from some coaching or mentorship with X from a dropshipping program? If they cannot benefit, then they most likely will not buy. The closer, there's no need for the closer to deal with them, because if you send an unqualified lead to a closer, if they're not really a good fit for the program, you're wasting your time, the closer's time, because they could have been closing another lead that would have bought the program, and you're wasting the business owner's time, and you're wasting the lead's time, because you're wasting everyone's time, bro. Just as an appointment setter, you have a very important job of making sure that no time is wasted, no lead is wasted, everyone's qualified. The closer could fuck up, and some people have 20-30% closing rates, but you have to make sure that most of the leads that you book a call with are actually qualified. And you also have to find out what their budget is like. Are they financially secure, and how much are they willing to invest in, let's say, a dropshipping program? So find out these 4 things as well, and make sure they're qualified, because qualification is very important when it comes to appointment setting. If you're bringing in trash leads, like 13-year-olds who have no job from a third world country, that's like 3 different things, bro. What? They're never gonna buy a program. They'll be like, oh, can I start with no money? I don't have any money to invest. I don't have a job. I'm 13. I'm still in school. Bro, you have to target 18 plus with a job, with a stable monthly income from preferably a first world country. That's who you need to target as an appointment setter, because those are people that buy programs the most. So you're gonna have more success. Because if you book a call and the lead is like some 12-year-old kid, you're wasting your time, because you're not gonna make a commission. So make sure they're qualified. Let's get into an example, like a little script that I made. Call to action, they DM the keyword. What's up? How can I help you with X? Here you find out, do they need help? And they say, I've been doing XYZ and trying to learn X and get started with Y. They show interest. Okay, cool. Then you say, of course, what attracted you to this industry? Just curious. Their motive for reaching out. That's where you find out that. And then they say, what mainly attracted me was people managed making so much money. I wanted to learn more about it. What some recommendations you could give me towards picking a product or fitness program? So let's say dropshipping or online coaching, fitness coaching. It could be anything. And then you say, you ultimately need to learn the right skills and understand how to market effectively to make the income that you want. Would it be helpful if my team and I were to work with you personally to help you start and build a profitable e-com store from scratch and give you the right skills and strategy from the get-go? This is where you sell the call. You don't sell the product or the service, you sell the call. Sell the call. Book the call. That is your job as an appointment setter. You set the appointment. You don't close them in the DM. You're not the closer, alright? So calm down. Leave that for the closer. Your job is to qualify the leads and sell the call. Two things. That's the simplest way I can put it. Qualify the leads, sell the call. And they say, yeah, man, I'm interested. How can we get going with this? Be easy. Happy days, bro. So then, you can walk them through. You say, or they walk you through. You say, walk me through, what do you think you might be struggling with the most to get started? This way, identify the problem. And they say, well, I think this and now I'm struggling with doing this and doing that. How much money do you think I need to start including ads? And then you say, in 2024, this is where you find out their budget. In 2024, the strategies and systems that I use require at least 1K to 3K to implement in your business. This will cover everything you need for you to have a sustainable business. Then you say, do you have access to this capital to launch your business? Do you have access to this capital? If they say no, they're not qualified. If they say yes, they're qualified. Simple as that. So I'm going to put it here. Analyze their financial situation. Okay, 3 main things to look out for. I'm going to give you some screenshot examples. The motive. I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible, by the way, because like I started with 5 things to extract. I'm going to simplify even more. 3 things. The motive, the why, and the problem. What are they looking to accomplish? What's the driving force behind their motive? And the problem. What's holding them back from getting the ball rolling? That's like, if you can extract these 3 things, you can pitch the call. You can sell the call easily. So, the motive. You say, and let me ask you, what is your goal ultimately? And she says, or he says, my goal is to make money, blah, blah, this and that. They tell you their goal, alright? Their why. You say, I hear you. What attracted you to ecom? Just curious. You can say just curious because it's light-hearted, it's easy, it's not like salesy. You're just curious, like, what attracted you to ecom? Like, as an appointment setter, you gotta be casual. That's like, you gotta be casual. You can say like things like bro, mate, haha, lol. You gotta be casual with it, right? Don't just sound like a robot following a script, because that's how you can fuck it up. It doesn't look right. And she says, I'm a single mom, so I want to be able to provide my son, doing school runs. I also love to buy my own house, retire my parents. Keyword, key phrase, retire my parents. Once you can find their why, once you can find their purpose for doing this, you can spin it on them. You can spin it. I'll get into that in a second. You can spin what they said. Oh. Alright. Technical issues. You say, absolutely, so walk me through. Where do you think you might be struggling with the most to get started? I'm struggling most with finding the right product and the right suppliers. Okay, cool. This way identify the problem. Speed is king. Alright, let's get into that. You set the stage, alright? This is like a framework that you can use. So I'm giving you the framework right here. Use this framework. Hey X, appreciate you for reaching out. If they DM the keyword. Send resources if applicable, because some coaches, they have like free guides or free courses that, in the caption they say DM keyword to and I'll send you the free guide. DM this keyword and I'll send you this. Send resources if applicable. Some coaches don't do that, some coaches do, but find out with your client beforehand. And then you say, just curious, are you already doing X or are you just getting started? The reason why you send resources, the reason why coaches send resources is to warm the lead up even more. They send free value. This warms up the lead, and then they're more likely to buy because they have a better understanding. They're more warm. They know your business model better. They have a better understanding of things. So that's why you do it. And then you say, just after that, just curious, are you already doing X or are you just getting started? And they say, just getting started. And then you discover the why. The why, the pain points. You say, awesome, that's great or nice. Very important, alright? Let me highlight this. Always acknowledge what they say. Always. Don't just sound like a robot, bro. If they say, just getting started because I'm really poor, like I really want to make money, I want to retire my parents, my family's broke, like we have nothing, we can barely afford food, and you say, okay, cool, so blah blah blah, like bro, you have to acknowledge, right? Acknowledge, be like, yeah man, I feel that, yeah, I get that, I understand, bro. Like you have to be compassionate, sympathetic. All right, don't just sound like a robot. Say something like, awesome, that's great, nice, acknowledge it. What attracted you to ecom though? Just curious. And they say financial freedom, 9 to 5, quitting the 9 to 5, making money, passive income, the general shit that people say, right? If they say any vague answers that don't state the why, ask this question. Yeah, absolutely, acknowledge. And can I ask, where do you see yourself in 6 months? And they're going to tell you, you're going to get the why, you're going to get the pain, you're going to get their goals, you're going to get everything. Extract it. Extraction, that's the name of the game, extraction. Then 3, establish the gap. You say, absolutely, that's also why I did e-com, dropshipping. So I could do XYZ, what they said, so I could also quit my 9 to 5 and live life on my own terms. Relate to them. When you're relatable, they trust you more. When they trust you more, they're more likely to buy. It's sales, man. This is the science behind it. Like, you guys don't get it. It's such a sweet science. Like, you have to really get it down. It's not as easy as it looks. And then you say, so walk me through. Where do you think you might be struggling with the most to get started? And this is where you find the problem. And they say, I don't know how to do ads. My website sucks. I can't find suppliers, winning products. The general like dropshipping problems. And then you say, totally get it. Acknowledge. Those are definitely big parts of running a successful business. The first step, however, is and you give them free value. This only works for beginners not really looking to scale. Like if they're an expert, like don't give them like that free value that they already know. If you can tell they're a beginner, obviously give them some free value so they trust you more. All right. So they trust you more. And then you say, how do you go about finding products right now? And yeah, they say, I have an issue finding products. Are you open to getting help with that? The general stuff. Number 4, after you find the problem, you offer the life jacket. And they say, how do I do this too? You have to learn the right skills. Do XYZ and understand how to XYZ, alright? Would it be helpful if my team and I were to work with you personally to help you start and do X or achieve Y? Give you the right skills and strategies from the get-go so that you can quit your 9 to 5, so that you can retire your parents, so that you can spend more time with your family. This is like, it's where it goes full circle, right? You use their pain, you identify the pain, you remember it, you hold it, and then full circle, you use it again to sell the call. That's what you do. And they say, yes, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Like, I want to do this. And then you say, sounds good. Just so I can put you in the right direction. This is very important. Exactly how much do you have saved to invest into your business or your goals? Very important question, because this is where it makes or breaks the lead. If they say $200, bro, not really qualified. If they say 2,000, you're good to go. Well, it depends how much your service or your program costs. Or you can say, in 2024, the Stratton system that I use require at least 1K to 3K. Like I already said, do you have access to this capital? This is more, it's more direct because you tell them how much they need to have. Whereas the first one, it's more like, how much do you have? So it's more like, I think this is a bit better to use because it will get them to say yes or no, like more directly. But this, they could say anything. They could say like 200, 2,000, 5,000, 500. But yeah, just tell them how much your program costs. I don't know how much it costs, but like the lowest package and the highest package. Tell them like that, because some programs have packages, right? Like 1,000 for the normal package, 5,000 for the premium package. So just say the lowest and the highest end. That's a good way to put it without actually telling them the actual cost. And then you book the call. They say, yes, I do have access to this capital. And you say, okay, cool, sounds like you're serious about X, so you can insert their Y again, insert their pain problems. What I can do, if it helps, is have you hop on a quick call, my head advisor, so you can run you through the details and see how we can help. How does that sound? Let's do it. Here you go, booking link. Let me know what time you pick so I can confirm on our end. It's so easy. That's literally the whole framework. That's it. That's the framework. It's that simple. Obviously, you're going to have to go through a lot of leads because most of them they're not qualified financially. Like, yeah, most of them are motivated. They really want to quit their jobs. They really want to do this. They really want to quit their 9 to 5, but they either don't want to invest or they don't have the money to invest. Because the most desperate people are usually the poor ones. So you're going to have to really filter them out in a way. But yeah, that's the whole framework right there. And then, very important, let me know what time you pick so I can... Hold on, there's an aeroplane. Alright, as I was saying, let me know what time you pick so I can confirm you or not end. You can either say that or let me know what email that you use so that I can confirm or not end. Like just tell them, because this is like a psychology trick. Like sometimes you would send the booking link and they won't book it. I don't know why people do that, but they don't book, bro. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know why people are weird, but if you say what email did you use, you kind of force them to, like, you know, tell you. You kind of force them to book it. Like, you're not really forcing them, but they're more they're more like inclined to book, if you know what I mean. And then after that, after they leave you on scene, follow up after 2 hours. If they didn't tell you, like, hey name, just had some time to get back to you. Did you pick a time, brother? Like, just keep it casual, keep it cool, keep it chill. Just be like, hey, did you have time? Did you pick a time? Like, you know, just like so they can tell you, bro. Just so you can actually confirm that they actually booked. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into downselling. This is very important. You can do that too, but it depends on the client that you work with. If their budget is under 1K, you can downsell them in the DM. You can say, I see, with your current budget, we wouldn't be a good fit as a mentorship, but I do have something else in mind that would allow you to get started ASAP. Would you be open to that? And they say yes. And then you say, I normally charge X amount for my students to join my private program. However, because I see you're eager to make your dreams a reality, I can offer it for just $197 or $297, $397 USD. All I ask in return is a testimonial once you start seeing results. How does that sound? And then they say, sounds good. All right, cool, let's go, let's do it. But not everyone offers that kind of downsell, so check in with your client beforehand. Let's get into the types of leads. All right, you might have seen like hot leads, warm leads, cold leads, all this and that, but you don't really know what it means. I'm gonna break it down, all right, in appointment setting terms. So hot leads, this is where you can sell the call easily, qualify after the booking during the 24-hour pre-call sequence. I'm gonna get into the pre-call sequence in a minute. You confirm the time first before sending the scheduling software, and you're very non-combative because they're ready to buy. They're hot. They want the service. So you just say, did you find a time that works for you? All right, cool. With warm leads, they're a bit less ready to buy, but they're still interested. So you have to like warm them up even more and make them hot. So you say, hey, just wanted to reach out. I see you've been engaging with my content. Like if they like or follow the business coach's page or something like that. Are you in the niche? Are you in the fitness space yourself? And how's that been going for you? So with warm leads, you kind of, it's a whole process, but it's easier. Way easier than cold leads. And then you have ghosting leads. This is where you have a follow-up sequence, because if they leave you on scene, they leave you undelivered. After the first 24 hours, you can comment and engage with their account. So let's say they've ghosted you, you can like their story, like their photo, and then after that you send a question mark in the DMs. 48 hours later, you can send a funny gif, like you know the Pablo Escobar just sitting down on a bench like this. Like, yeah, you know that gif, right? I can't explain it, but you know that gif of like, yeah. Then you can also, I found this works really well, you can send a motivational post to them and say, just saw this and it reminded me of you. Because, you know, like, you can send like a David Goggins reel and like, stay hard. But yeah, like, just send them something to like, because if they see that you're thinking of them, they're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, they'll trust you more in a way. And after 96 hours, after 4 days, just send, I see that you're busy, it's all good, I'll leave you to it. You don't need to spam their phone off, like, just, bro, after 4 days, it's cool, just leave it. Now, with cold leads, you can join a niched Facebook group related to the offer's niche. If you're targeting, like, if you're working for a client that helps online coaches increase their income online, you can join a Facebook group that is targeted towards online coaches to give them advice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just find a niche Facebook group that is related to your offer. You can find prospects on there and build relationships on Messenger. You can use, like, sometimes the client, like I worked for a client who had a Facebook group. You can accept prospects, warm them up, talk to them, things like that. And you can also, this is a very good tip, steal competitors' leads by using Instagram ads or Instagram posts. The people that commented the keyword on the competitors, like on the other person's post, if they comment a keyword, they're interested, alright? They have a problem, they're warmer, alright? They're not as cold. But it's still cold because you're approaching them and they don't really know you because they commented on the other person's post, not yours. So they don't really know you, but they're interested in buying a service or buying a mentorship in a way. So do you understand what I mean? Let's get into struggle, opportunity, message, objections. This is where we're going to figure out the objections. Like, because obviously it's not going to be a smooth sale. It's not going to be like, hey, we offer this. Do you want to book a call? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. And then they buy the mentorship. It's not that easy, all right? It doesn't work like that. It's sales, all right? You can have objections. So here's how you combat those objections. Because if you don't combat objections, why are you doing appointment setting, bro? Like, this is sales, right? It might be just typing, but it's still sales, you know? If they say, I'm ready in a program or I'm ready in a mentorship, it's kind of rare, but sometimes they do say that. And you say, that's amazing. I just want to say congrats on investing in yourself. Just shows how serious you are about taking this to the next level. And they say, thank you, yeah, it's been really good. And you say, how's it been going so far? It's okay, I feel like the advice has been really helpful and informative. And you say, how long have you been in the program now? And they say, 6 months. And you say, that's a long time, Eric. Do you feel like you've seen the results you set for yourself at the beginning? And they say, I set my initial goal to hit 10k a month when I first started, but I've hit 6 months and I haven't reached that yet. And then you say, it sounds like it's just the time. Have they been holding you accountable? And then you can use what your service offers and spin it. Because you say, we actually have a group that holds people accountable. We host daily Zoom calls. We have accountability partners. We have all this and all that. Like, just sell your program, not too much, sell the call, but also just what they mention, say how you do it better in a way. If they say, how much do you charge? Do not give away the price on any circumstance. I said, like, you can say the lowest package and the highest package, but don't give away the actual price, like the general price. On the call, everything that comes out of the closer's mouth is going to be compared to the price. Because let's say in the DMs, you tell them when you're setting an appointment, you tell them, we have 1,000, it costs 1,000. And then when they go into the call to talk to the closer, everything that the closer says, like, oh, we do this, this, and that, we do this, we have this, we offer this, we offer this, we do this. They're just going to compare it to the price. They're going to be like, is this worth $1,000? But if you let them not know the price, and then the closer's talking his shit, he's spitting the game, and then they hear the price, they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool, that actually might be worth the value. So they're not actually comparing it beforehand. If they compare it beforehand, they're going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be willing to buy. Before we get into the price, you can say, let's get a call booked in for you to see if you're a good fit. I want to see if I can help you, and when it's a good fit for both of us, I believe I can truly help you, then we can get into pricing. Does that sound fair, Eric? It's that simple. If the service offers different packages, take the lowest and the highest package. You say, Eric, the strategies and systems that I use require at least 2k to 5k to implement into your business. And you can only use that if they're serious about buying. Like, if you can tell they're serious, you can say the lowest or the highest. That's a good tactic. If they say, can you give me some info to look over first? If you have info, provide it, like a free training, free video, free course. If not, find out what they're looking for. Instead of going back and forth here, would you be open to jumping on a course so we can go over everything? That's as simple as it gets. Like, just say that. If they say no, they're not interested. All right, cool. Bye. You know what I mean? Just scrap that. Then say follow-up questions. If you do send them something like a free training, what do you think about it? Did you have any questions about this? Really make sure they're warm, all right? The warmer they are, the better, the more likely they are to buy. If they say, I don't have the money right now, a lot of people just flake. They're like, oh, cool, delete the DM. Bad lead, fuck that. Stay in rapport, all right? Don't ghost them. You are a salesman. You're not like someone trying to milk people's money, bro. You're a salesman, right? You're trying to help people. You come into this mindset with helping people. If they don't have money right now, they're not saying they're not interested. They're just saying, I can't afford this right now. I don't have the funds right now. You know, they're not saying, I don't want this. I'm not interested in buying this ever in my life. They're not saying that. Calm down, all right? They're in buyer's mode. If they're in buyer's mode, that's cool. You can say, not a problem. I appreciate you being open with me. When do you think you'd be ready to invest in yourself and your business? Very important. When do you think you'd be ready? Because I can give you a general time frame. If they say, oh, in 2 weeks I get paid, so I can do it then. Okay, cool. That's cool. In 2 weeks, you're going to get a sale, bro. You're going to get commission in 2 weeks. Imagine you ghosted them because they said, I don't have the money right now. You would have lost like $500 in commission, bro. Like, this is very important, all right? The combo never ends when they say they don't have the money. So leave them on a good note, always. Always leave on a good note. Don't let them smell commission breath, all right? Because commission breath is real. If they see that you're trying to milk the commission, sell the call, get the commission. Yeah, bro, give me the money, bro. Like, they're going to smell that. Can you smell that? That's commission breath, bro. Don't let them smell that shit. continue to message and nurture them, obviously, with follow-ups and all that. If the prospect pitches you, because sometimes you're going to get leads, bro, and they'll be reaching out to you. I've had it quite a couple times. It's weird. Like, I'm there like, hey, you're interested in X, and they'll be like, yeah, we actually help people. I'm like, bro, what do you mean you help people? I'm trying to help you, bro. Like, if they pitch you, drop the sale, move on, delete the DM, alright? There's more leads to what, there's more where that came from, basically. A non-buyer is always going to remain a non-buyer. If they pitch you something, say, thank you very much for your time, I'm not interested, delete the DM. Come on, bro, we ain't got time for that. So, let's get into pre-call sequences. This is very, very, very important, alright? Because when a lead books a call, they're not always going to show up. There's this thing called show rate. How much, what's the percentage of the leads that goes to call? What's the percentage of the leads that actually show up? Because sometimes they'll book a call and they just won't show up, bro. Like, I don't know why they do that. Like, you booked the call because you want to help, and you're not showing up to the call. Like, bro, but this is going to improve your show rates massively. If you can mention that in your class when you're reaching out, like, if you say that you can implement pre-call sequences, they're going to be like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. So you can definitely utilize that. Get really good at pre-call sequences, bro, because they're going to make your commissions blow up, because it will increase the show rate. So, they booked the call, right? 24 hours before the call, you DM them. Confirmation call. 24 hours before to confirm. Like, you can either call them if they provide their number, you can message them on Instagram, you can text them. You know, I've had people text me before I show up to an appointment. It's just a good way to remind you. People forget, people have lives, alright? Let them know they haven't replied on Instagram. You can say a voice message. 24 hours before the call, send a voice message. Start it as early as possible. Don't send it like 2 hours before the call, because they might be too busy. Or you can send a 10-second video of yourself. Again, 24 hours prior to the call. It's an example right here from the client's Instagram. Hey bro, super pumped to connect with you on your call. To connect on your call on Thursday at 7 p.m. Have you had a chance to watch the video yet? Like, sometimes you have like a homework video, a VSL, like a pre-call video that warms them up even more. So do you say, have they had the chance to watch it yet? And they say, yeah. And you say, oh, awesome, you have? Did you have any questions before our call? And then you can say, I was reading through your application and it says that you already run a business. How's that going? Alright? And they say, you say, gotcha, and what's some of the roadblocks you run into? And you can say, damn man, I see you on that. So you booked the call today to look for more information on how to solve that. I respect the hustle, man. On the call, we can dive into some of the strategies and systems that I've used to overcome that. So this is like you warm them up even more, like they're ready to go, like they're interested, bro. They're zoned in, they're locked in. They're gonna be on the call now because, you know, they're interested. Phone setting, let's get into some of that. This is like rare, but you can make a lot of money with phone setting, bro. Like, you can make a lot of money. I know people that made 3K a month. 3K a month in their first month of doing phone setting, bro. Like, it's so good because it's all inbound. If it's outbound, it's a bit harder, but if it's inbound phone setting, like they book a call or they enter their phone number in a funnel, you call them up. Hey, this is Nat, do you want to schedule an appointment? Okay, cool, yeah. It's you can get so much money, bro. What you need to know, like, similar to the DM setting, their current situation, what their desired situation is, what are some of the other things they've tried, and are they financially able to afford your program? That's it. With DM setting, that's a little picture right there. You can screenshot that, save the image, and make it bigger. There you go. Screenshot that. Can I move my face out the way? There you go. Let's go. That's literally. That's a script, bro. Use the script. Simple as that. All right. Qualifying leads. All right. Speak to Tom about qualifying leads, bro. That's another thing that my client was called Tom. Income. Qualify them. How much do they make and are they able to afford your program? Their job. Where do they work and how much do they earn? Are they a McDonald's worker making $1,000 a month? Or are they a lawyer making $5,000 a month? Like, you see the difference, bro. Like, this is the make or break when it comes to a good lead. Because if they're not able to afford it, you're wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time. And their age. They must be at least 18 plus or be able to afford it. Because there's some kids with like daddy's money that they can afford programs. I know a lot of kids that invest in $1,000 programs. Don't just like, if it's a kid, don't just write them off. Like, yeah, they most likely won't be able to buy, but sometimes kids have access to money, bro. You'd be surprised. Kids actually have access to money. If they're in a first world country, if they're in a third world country, bro, again, make sure, but most likely they're from India or, you know, South Africa. Not South Africa, but India, Brazil, you know, places like that. Most likely not going to be able to buy. And or the extra decision makers like spouse, family members, or parents. Because sometimes if they're a kid, if they're 17, 16, their parents are going to be like, oh, wait, what are you doing this? Why are you buying this program? It might be a scam. So make sure that when you're qualifying them, you take into consideration anyone who might handle like or give you objections, or like their spouse. Like sometimes the guy wants to buy the program, his wife is like, no, you don't have the money for that. What are you doing? You're fucking wasting your time. So make sure like if they have extra decision makers that they're on the call as well, so you can talk to both of them. You can say, where are you from and what do you work? You can say, how much would you be willing to invest in scaling a coaching business? Have you considered investing in a mentorship program? Because this will show if they're interested or not. You could say, is there anyone else I need to speak with in order to move forward with this? Extra decision makers. Is there another person who's responsible for making decisions in the business? Very important. If there is someone else, like you're reaching out to a business, you might not be talking with the owner, you might be talking with the employee. So you can tell them, is there another person who's responsible for making decisions in the business? Very, 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 very important. So getting a reply. With cold DM. Alright? When you're cold outbound appointment setting, this is very hard, right? Because it's all about volume. Like, you're not going to get replies. It's all about establishing rapport, building a connection. Because inbound appointment setting is like when the leads come to you. Outbound is when you go to them. They don't know who you are. They don't know your business, your service, anything. They don't know anything about you. So you have to... Your main job is getting a reply. The first words need to be very attention grabbing, alright? Have a strong opener. Don't try too hard for their approval. Speak like you speak to your friends. And don't sound like a customer, because that's douchey as fuck, bro. Like, don't act like you want to buy their service, but then be like, oh, but actually, like, do you want me to work for you? Like, or like, don't sound like a salesman. By the way, this is for if you're finding a client, like if you're finding someone to work for in an appointment setting. This is not if you're already having a job. So just mentioning that. I'm really impressed with how clean your branding is. Name, Eric. I've just come across your page. I noticed that you have an IG growth course. Just curious, how many students do you have? All right. Or you can find a common interest. Oh, sorry. This is not for when you don't have a job yet. This is for when you have a client and you're doing outbound work for the client. My bad. This is a little mistake. Find common interest. All right. So be like, I noticed you're following X. Have you done this before? Like, if you say, I noticed you're following Iman Gaji. Have you done SMMA before? Like, you know, just find common interest. All right. Or I noticed you follow Alex Hormozy. Like, are you into sales? Just build a connection, bro. Don't be like, hey, do you want my service, bro? It's not gonna work, bro. You're gonna get deleted. Or this is like the easiest one, bro. Reply to stories. Reply to the stories. Be like, damn, bro, XYZ about story context. Like, this is so easy. Like, if they're in a restaurant, be like, oh, that's cool, bro. I've went there before. Even if you haven't, you can say some bullshit, bro. I've been there before, bro. It's so cool, like, bro. And that's where the conversation starts. You don't need to... Like, yeah, it's cold, but it's like, it's more friendly, you're more approachable, you're more textable when you do that. Like, you know, you're not just pitching in the DMs. So let's say you're outbound setting for a growth partner, like a growth agency, and you want to get clients for them. This is the structure, right? Introduction message, compliment them, how long have they had this business, how is everything going so far. You can say, like, you seem like you're doing a great job. Do you manage everything yourself? Empathize with them. And say, have they considered a growth partner? They say they're objection bullshit. You handle that objection, you book the sales call. That's the structure of it when you're cold outbounding. It's different when you're inbounding because they're gonna want your service. When you're outbounding, they're not gonna want your service. So you have to handle the objections and book the call. So where do you actually find cold leads? Message people that comment on post, likes, posts, followings, anything like that. You can still competitors' clients by checking their ads. I think it's got patched, but it used to be like you can check the competitors' ads. Like you can go on their about, you can see all their ads, you can see the comments, everything. But I think they removed the comments now, so I don't know if you can check that. But you can check the likes and comments of those ads if you can. You can check the hashtags and follows of other competitors. The comments on Facebook groups and like let's say it's PT coachings. If they're a PT coach, check the comments. If they're interested, then they'll be interested in you. So, you know what I mean? It goes full circle. And now with the booking flow. Book the call fast. ASAP. Alright? 1 or 2 days ahead max. Because I see all these people, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for like 5 days. And then the prospect loses interest. They're not as enthusiastic anymore. Because you're taking too long, bro. You're taking too long. Do it quicker, 1 or 2 days. If you can, a few hours. Book the call when you're both active. If they're like replying, then going offline for 3 hours, and then you haven't replied in 2 hours, don't book a call. Don't schedule a call then. Only book the call when you're both active. When you're both going back and forth, like yeah, right away, message after message after message after message. All right, don't just sell the call because then they're not going to be active. They're not going to be interested. Slow replies. Yeah, it's cool, bro. Sure, I booked the call. They don't book nothing. Like, bro, it happens so many times. You want people to buy through emotions, all right? So find the pain points, book the sales call the same day if possible, right? If it's a few days later, that pain is going to die out a little bit. The emotion's going to die out a little bit as well. Like, they're not going to be as emotional as when you first started digging out their pain points. So make sure they book the call 1 or 2 days ahead. If you can, like, you know, the Calendly, like the calendar booking software thing, if you can tell your client, can you set it to like 1 or 2 days max ahead? Like, because sometimes I've seen calendars, bro. They could schedule call like a month ahead. A month ahead, bro. You think they're gonna show up? You think they're gonna buy the program? They schedule a call for 1 month ahead. No, bro. So change the settings, alright? Don't let them book after like 1 or 2 days. Even 3 days is too long. So make sure they book the call. Like, speak with your client. Be like, it's gonna help the show up rate. It's gonna help the conversion rate. You know what I mean? Just help them, talk to them about it. Because if it's like a few days later, they won't show up. They're going to lose that emotional investment. Don't say what time works for you, alright? Give them 2 options. You know, you have to reduce their options, not increase the options, because then they're going to take advantage of that. Say, are you free later today or tomorrow? If they say later today, cool, schedule. If they say tomorrow, cool, schedule. If you say, what time works for you? And they say, next Friday, and it's like Tuesday right now, and they say next week Friday, that's too long, bro. They're going to lose their emotional investment. So give them 2 options. Today or tomorrow. That's it. If they say in 2 days, yeah, okay, cool, you can do that as well, but just be cautious, right? Have like a really good pre-call sequence to make sure they're ready to jump in the call, alright? Because a lot of people forget, or they lose interest and they start thinking it like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. Like, so make sure it's like as soon as possible, ASAP. You can also say, yeah, I have a few suggestions, mate. Are you free later today for us to have a quick 15-minute chat on how I think you can improve your coaching strategy? If they say yes, like, yeah, they're free later today, you say yes. Okay, perfect. Do you have a minute or 2? I'll send over my Calendly link for you to find a time suitable for yourself. Because they're free later today, they're gonna schedule time later today. If they say no, you can say, okay, man, no worries. I have a couple slots tomorrow afternoon that works instead. And that's very good. I have a couple slots. A couple. You don't say, I'm free all day tomorrow, because they'll be like, what the hell, this guy's not even busy. Does he get clients? Does his coaching work? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So just, it creates that scarcity. And scarcity is very good for sales. Alright, I'm going to put that right there. Create scarcity. If they still say no, be like, I understand you're super busy, bro. Don't worry. Here's what we're going to do. I'll send my calendar link over and you can find a time that works best for you. Like, if they're really like busy, if they really don't have a time, but they want to book a call, just go through it. Don't just be like, oh no, you can't. It has to be today or tomorrow. Don't do that, right? Obviously, give them the options first, and then if they say no and no, then you can let them schedule whenever they want. When you're doing cold outreach to get clients for your client, people's defenses are gonna be very high when they're first messaging. All right. They're going to be like, imagine you're boxing. They're going to be like this. You want them to be like this, with their guard down when you're messaging them. If they're like this, bro, you're not going to book the call. So show personality, right? Don't just sound like a robot. Don't sound like a salesman. Don't sound like a customer. Don't be too formal, right? Because it's gonna sound scripted. It's gonna sound off. It's not gonna sound natural. Like, speak to them how you would speak to them in real life. Like, hey, bro, yeah, like, are you interested in this? Like, yeah, like, bro, this, and that. Don't just be like, good evening, sir. Would you be inclined to purchasing my service? Like, bro, I would shoot you if you say that, bro. I'm gonna fucking shoot you, bro. Don't say that. Use haha, lol, keep it casual, friendly, and always acknowledge their response. This will make you sound more human, alright? This is why AI cannot replace appointment setters. AI will never be able to replace appointment setters, bro, because it doesn't have that human touch. It doesn't have that human. It just doesn't have that human touch to it. Say things like, "Gotcha, man. I see. That's awesome, man. I get it. Yeah. That's cool, man. I understand." Just curious, alright? This is the golden phrase to get past defenses. When you open a message with "just curious," it's like, yeah, I'm just curious, bro. I just want to know. Like, don't use it more than once in a conversation, but make sure that you use "just curious" at least once in a message. I'm gonna highlight this. Just curious. Highlight this. Use that, bro. Use that because it helps. It's more lighthearted. It's more casual. Just curious. How long have you been doing this for? Like, instead of saying, "How long have you been doing this?" and they're like, "Whoa, hold on, he's gonna try to sell me something." You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Objection handling. If they have like a circumstance or a current situation objection, like, "We're very busy, not looking to hire staff," that's one type of objection you're gonna face. Another one is other people, so like parents or other decision makers. They could say, "I have to ask permission from my boss or partner, or I have to speak to this person, that person," or themselves. That's a big one. "I need to think about it." And you can say, "Okay, no worries. I'll make a note to get back to you in a couple of days." Just curious though, what is it you need to think about? All right, that's how you can remove the smoke screen, because "I need to think about it" is a smoke screen for the actual objection. And when you say "just curious though, what is it you need to think about?" they're gonna tell you the actual objection. That's where you can fucking kill that objection as well. You know, like, knock it down. When you show empathy, it lowers their guard. All right. And then another good one, isolation. This is like the golden nugget of sales, bro. Isolation. If you can isolate the objection, they're gonna lower their guard right away. So let's say money is a problem. You can say, money aside, like, just money aside, financial situations aside, would you be open to booking a call? Would you be open to be mentored or be coached? And they'll say, yeah, like, because that means they'll want to find a way. Like, let's say their business partners don't agree with them. Like, they don't agree with booking or getting the mentorship or getting the program. If you say, like, your partner's opinion aside, like just for you, would you be open to doing this? Like, you know what I mean? Just isolate the objection, isolate it, just take it out of the picture, because then that'll make them realize, oh wait, I really do want to go through with this. You know what I mean? That's like a really good way to handle an objection. And a very easy one, if they say, "I'm busy," you say, "I completely get that, bro. The call won't be long by any means. You know, it won't be long. It'll just be 15 minutes, quick one." Just try and like make it seem like it's nonchalant. It's just something quick, just to help them, right? Give them value. If you're there for like, the call's gonna be 45 minutes, it's gonna take a lot of your time. You better be ready, locked in, ready to go. Like, bro, they'll be like, whoa, relax. Don't put all this commitment on me, bro. I don't want to commit to nothing, right? As a customer, I don't want to commit to anything. So why are you making me commit? Just say, "Oh yeah, quick 15-minute chat. It won't be long, just, blah, 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 boom, boom, done." That's it. Simple. If you're outreach to a fitness coach, you can be like, "How long have you been in online coaching space?" And they'll say, 2 years. And you can say, "How's that been going for you? Like, has this business been profitable for you so far?" And they say, "Yeah, kind of, yeah, a little bit, yeah." And you can say, "I see, do you get many new clients?" This is where you can leverage their pain points, right? This is very important, leveraging their pain points. Amplify the pain to give them urgency. Talk about consequences and goals. Some people have a very high action threshold, and some people have lower. If they have a low action threshold, they'll buy from anyone. Like, you sell them something, boom, they'll buy it. Like, we offer a mentorship, we can scale you to 10K a month. Bow, they'll buy it because they want to get to it. That they have a very low action threshold. If they have a high action threshold, these people are a nightmare to sell to. Like, they are a nightmare to sell to. You're gonna come across a lot of high action threshold people. Usually they have a lot of objections. They're gonna be very, very suspicious. They're gonna call it a scam. They're gonna be like, do you have any results? Do you have testimonials? Do you have like a free trial? Like, they're gonna be a headache, bro. They're gonna be a headache to sell to, and they're gonna have a lot of objections. So, with an example, with someone with a high action threshold, identify the pain points about them, like not being able to get enough coaching clients or make profit, and then you can say, I understand how stressful it can be when you just can't seem to acquire new customers. I've worked with a few coaches recently who've had the exact same problem. Would you like to hear how I managed to turn their business around? And they say yes. Identify the problem, amplify their pain, and offer a solution. Identify through trust and asking questions, right? When you amplify, you show empathy, and you can really understand the situation, subtly imply that they need to solve this problem. You can compare their business to other similar businesses, all right? And with a solution, create a personalized offer which directly solves their problem. We can do this, this, and X, so we can solve your problem about X, Y, Z, right? Personalized offer. Don't just say, yeah, we scale coaches to 10K a month. Like, that's not personalized, bro. Maybe they don't want to get to that. Maybe they're not exactly a coach. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they want to scale to more than that. Maybe they're suspicious. So create a personalized offer, tailored to their problems. When you follow up, only follow up when you get left on red, if they haven't replied like at all in the conversation, if they ghosted at the proposal of you booking the call, or if they don't show up to the call. That's when it's very important to follow up in these situations. Don't forget that. You can say things like, hey bro, did you get a chance to see this message? Hey, just making sure this is at the top of your inbox. Just bumping this up. Like, these are very good templates right here. Like these 3 or these 4. How have things been going since the last time we spoke? Like, it's just something to like keep at the top of the inbox. When you're at the top of the inbox, they're gonna see you, they're gonna reply. They're most likely not gonna ghost you again. If they do ghost you again, keep following up. All right, you're a salesman. This is sales. Follow up. All right. You have to assign numbers to problems. This is very important. Assigning numbers. This is a very good technique. If you're struggling with booking sales calls, let's say the prospect only books 2 clients a month, tell them that you're going to help them book 10 and add at least 5K to their monthly revenue. People love numbers. If they only book 2 clients a month, be like, I can help you book 10. And they'll be like, whoa, 10? 10? I only get 2. You're going to give me 10? Like, people love numbers. They love numbers, bro. And you're going to help them add at least 5K to their monthly revenue. They only make like 1K. I'm going to make 5K now, bro. They're going to be over the moon, bro. So, bro, sign a number to that shit, bro. You get me? Put a number on everything. Their monthly revenue, their sales calls per month, clients closed. Put a number on it and amplify it. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to double it. We're going to triple it. We're going to make it this. We're going to make it 10x. Put a number on things, right? What this does is it amplifies the pain. Because when you say, I'm going to add 5K to monthly revenue, they're going to be like, oh, I only make 1K. I only make 1K and he's going to help me add 5K. It amplifies their pain. It makes them like, oh, I really want this. When you get them to say out loud that they only get 1 sales call per month, they are forced to confront their pain point. Like, maybe they want to ignore it, like, oh, I'm not doing good in my business, I'm not going to say it. But when they have to say out loud, I only get 1 sales call per month, it's going to sound heartbreaking to them. This helps them visualize the extent to which they need help and how great things could be with your services. Very good tip. So, with the last section, we're almost done, alright? Background and probing questions. You can say things like, can you tell me more about the problems you're facing in your business? How does this issue affect your organization? Have you tried anything in the past to solve this problem? Just digging out the pain points, alright? What's the biggest challenge you face with the business? What do you mean when you say this, and that? Could you tell me more about this, and that? Really like extract and make them say out loud, alright? That's going to make them confront their pain points a lot more. You can say, are there any specific features or functionalities that are important to you in the solution? Have you worked with a mentor before? Just things like this. Their background, alright? Like, just extract things about their background. And with the probing questions, what are your goals with X? So look for their wants and their desires. If you can extract their wants and desires, perfect. You can use that, flip them, leverage their pain points, book the call. And what makes you want to scale your business? Look for the pain points. If they say, I don't make enough, get that. If they say, I don't book enough sales calls, be like, okay, cool, we'll help you book 20. We're going to help you book 50. We're going to help you book 100. Assign the number, leverage the pain point, sell the call. Happy days. And it all comes full circle. It all comes full circle. Use the solution, alright? When you say the solution, use the pain points. Would you be down to have a quick 15-minute chat? I've got a couple ideas on how we can help, and and book you more sales calls, book you 50 sales calls per month. Insert their pain point. That's how you're gonna book so many calls when you do outbound. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me move this to the middle. That was it. If you got some value, I tried to give as much free value as possible, bro. The amount of courses I paid for, bro, to get this information, you guys are just getting it for free. So you better feel lucky. Take notes, apply this information, get a client, get started. Crazy, bro. This is a very good opportunity for you to make money. So, and it's like, yeah, like, bro, when I watch all these other appointment setting courses or appointment setting videos, they don't tell you shit, bro. They will tell you the same thing. They tell you, like, get this client by saying this and then do this. This is what appointment setting is about. They don't tell you the methods, the techniques. They just tell you the jabs and crosses. They don't tell you about the bobs, weaves, slips, counters. They don't tell you none of that. They just tell you the jab cross. That's all they tell you. They just tell you the basics. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please, like, help this video go viral because I want to help as much people as possible. So make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Mainly comment to boost the algorithm and all that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, man. Like, it's so much free value, bro. Like, I just gave out the sauce. So yeah. And yeah, I think that's it. So take care. I'll see you in the next one. Oos!